What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today we're back at Insurance Auto Auctions here in Oklahoma City for another walk around. So let's jump into this video today and see what we find. Starting this video today is a 2018 Lexus LS500, guys. If you guys know anything about this car, these are expensive, man. I've always wanted one. This one looks like it's a little rough, but it's still an LS500. It is pretty rough, guys. A lot of damage back here. Quarter panel completely sideswiped something on this side. You've got A-pillar damage, fender damage, suspension damage, bumper damage. Obviously, the car is sitting all the way on the ground too, guys. Every single corner is sitting on the ground. She's pretty tore up. But take a look at the interior of this thing, man. Tell me this is not absolutely beautiful and luxurious. I just gotta sit in it. Gotta sit in it. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm talking about right here. Yes, Alcantara everywhere, man. Everything, soft touch. Oh, that's nice. Memory seats. You know what this looks like? It kind of reminds me of an S-Class. You guys think, or no? I think this reminds me a lot of an S-Class, guys. Very Mercedes-esque. You know, you got the center screen, right? The big center screen right there, and then the flowing lines. Yeah, this is absolutely reminiscent of a Mercedes. Got a little touchpad here. I'm not the biggest fan of these or the little iDrive systems or any of that stuff. I'm a bigger fan of having all of this recessed infotainment stuff brought forward and just being able to touch the things that I want to do. I don't like having to play around on a pad and push buttons. You know what I mean? It's just not my thing. What is this? What is that for? Traction control, snow, and off? They're little nubs. What is this? Eco mode, Sport Plus. Okay, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I love the little Lexus clock right there. Hey, that's classy. It looks nice. But these nubs sticking out of they look like little horns. You know what I mean? That doesn't look good. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. The rest of the car, though, I mean, I actually really like it. I like it a lot. This is nice. We got to pop the hood real quick. Being that it's a Toyota product, you're not going to see anything under the hood at all but plastic. We'll probably be lucky if they even give you a place to jump this thing from. But I do want to try to fire it up. There we go. I was hoping the hood was going to open. All we got to do is find it. There we go. Come on. Oh, all the plastics have been removed. Probably to assess the damages to this thing. Man, there's just a lot of empty space in here, isn't there? Twin turbo. Good God. I bet this thing gets up and goes. I'll bet this thing absolutely gets up and goes. Now, we've got a battery and fuse panel over here. I would think that there'd be a jump point somewhere over here. Maybe not. All right, maybe over here then. I had a hunch. I had a hunch that they were not going to give us a place. You have an oil dipstick, though. A real, true-to-life oil dipstick. That's something you don't see much anymore. Am I just missing the jump point, guys? Because I sure don't see one. I really want to fire this up. I want to see if the suspension comes up. I want to take a closer look at this. But I don't see any jump points on this car. That's insane. Maybe I'm missing it, but typically they have these lugs that are sticking out. They're really easy to see, kind of hard to miss. I sure don't see any here. I'm gonna walk back over to the other side real quick and just take another look. If not, I guess we'll move on to something else. No. Probably something you're gonna have to get into the trunk for. We'll see if the trunk is open. I'm sure the battery's back here, but I'll bet it's... Is there a manual push button? Nope. There's not. Hell, I don't even see... Maybe there? No. So we can't get into the trunk either. Good job, Lexus. You made a really nice car absolutely impossible to, there's no books either, to get into. Absolutely stupid, man. Oh well, I like the car. I really wanted to check it out better, but I guess we'll move on to something else. We can check the mileage though. 8 of 2024, mileage 44,627, and it says it's got currently, what, 47,000? So it doesn't have many miles on it, guys. 47,563. Says it's a run and drive. Did we even see the keys for it? I don't see keys. Wait, there they are. Yeah, it's got keys. It's got keys. So they got it to start. I don't know, key fob's all right. Kind of generic looking for such an expensive car. These things really, they're not cheap, guys. They're not cheap. All right, well, enough of this. We will just move right along to something else. Next, how about a hybrid, guys? A Lexus. Sorry, a Lexus. This is the 200H. It's basically a fancier Toyota Prius, the CT200H. I've always wanted one of these. I don't really know why. It is, for all practical purposes, a Toyota Prius. It's just got a slightly different body style. I think it looks a little bit cooler. And it's a Lexus, of course. Now, it's got F-Sport badges on it. And I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about an F-Sport hybrid. I'm kind of wondering if somebody didn't just stick some Amazon stickers on there. Maybe it's an F-Sport. I don't know, guys. This is a sharp-looking little car, though. Severely hail damage. It's got hail just everywhere, guys. Absolutely everywhere. Shows that it's a run and drive, 96,000 miles, and of course the reason it's here is hail. It's got good tires. Let's see what the interior looks like. Honestly, really nice. This is what you'd expect from a Lexus owner, right? I wouldn't expect anything less from a Lexus owner. The car is honestly pretty damn pristine. They kept this thing nice. Wow. Oh, all right. It's got power. It is definitely fancier than a Prius, for sure, guys. I know a lot of people are going to get really upset that I called it a Prius, but I mean, it really is, guys. It really is. It is a little bit nicer, for sure. You got heated seats, and you got these weird little push eco EV traction. I don't know. I don't really care for all of that. The radio, very strange. Climate control sitting up here, and then way back there's an info screen, and then your shifter, you know, right here, and then you got regular gauges right here, which is nice because in a Prius you get your gauge cluster kind of up there or whatever. Cracked windshield. Honestly, this is kind of nice though, guys. It is an F-Sport. Are you serious? They actually made a sport version of their Prius? And there you go. It's running. It's running. I gotta use air quotes there, man. The key fob, very basic, but nice. Cruising range. Ooh. That's... that is very Prius-like. Uh-huh. Oh, I know that. There's so many different reasons that the engine, when you first start these cars, they're nice and cold. They start out and they shake and they rattle, make horrible noises. The main reason that everybody knows about is from head gasket failure on these. They're just prone to head gasket failures. I think this is the 1.8 liter. Let's pop the hood. Just double check. So, and I smell, oh, that smells sweet. Do we have smoke coming out of the exhaust? Yeah. And I smell a very sweet smell. So this one's probably a leaking head gasket. Now, with that said, guys, you can drive these things, you know, I mean, 50, 60 more thousand miles with this issue. I had one that did it all the time, and once it got through its little fit that it would have when you first started, it was fine. I drove the car everywhere, put tons of miles on it, and I never had to disassemble the engine or replace the head gasket. I never even put Blue Devil in it. Also, they can do that because of the, what is it inside the, it's like a generator inside the transmission. Those start going bad. It will also cause that same, the engine will just blah, 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 and it makes horrible noises. It's pretty common, especially with the miles on this thing, pretty common. And also, they're notorious for EGR valves clogging up. The whole EGR system gets clogged up. I think it's the EGR cooler on this. They're notorious for having problems, guys, and including heavy oil consumption. And that heavy oil consumption is due to bad rings, faulty rings, and that is what clogs up the EGR system too. So as much as everybody likes to brag on Toyota, it's got nice clean oil, so it's not like it wasn't being taken care of. As much as people love to say Toyotas are perfect, they never break. Toyotas never have problems. Yeah, they do, guys. Lots and lots of problems, and they've been having problems for a long, long time. Now, you want to talk about solid, reliable Toyota quality? This right here. This old Camry. Something like this, it'll last forever. See, there it goes again. There it goes again. Things like this will last forever. Old school, 2001. Nice, basic old car. This one's wrecked. This isn't one I'm interested in, but since we've got two Yodas sitting right next to each other, I figure you should just kind of take a look, right? This right here, and I think most of you will agree, these old school Toyotas and Lexuses, absolutely solid cars, man. Unfortunately, the newer stuff, the quality control seems to have gone downhill quite a bit. With that said, though, still a nice car. This is still something I would consider buying. We have a lot of lights on the dash, a ton of lights. Steering light is on. That's strange. Steering feels fine. We have a brake light, ABS, traction control, then some emergency brake light, then a TPMS light. She's got a lot of lights, guys. A lot of lights. You got an old school GPS. I kind of like that. Is it touchscreen by chance? No touchscreen. So I guess how do you control it? Right here? Oh yeah. If you look at the screen, you see it's got like a little. There we go. Oh, and you can do climate. All right, this isn't so bad. You just rest your hand here and then just kind of use your fingers and push down to enter. All right, let's see if it'll go forward. We'll close the door. This may be something I put on the list. Forward. Forward. There we go. Ooh, that felt weird. Backward. You got a nice little backup camera there. Yep. And park. Just a little button. This is honestly decent, guys. You got a 120 watt power outlet right here. You got your two USB A's and an aux input. And we've got a wheel lock key, which is really nice to have. I mean, honestly, this is not a bad little car. It is kind of small. I know most of you are thinking from the looks of it, it's got to be tiny. And it's really not. The Prius is the same way. They look really small from the outside, but I'm telling you guys, these are super comfortable and quite roomy, at least in the front seat vehicles, guys. These are nice. I've had them. I swear by them. 9/6/24. Next oil change due November 15th at 98,139 miles. It's got 96,230 miles. So she's not even due for an oil change. Power it down. I love hybrids. I prefer something bigger. Now, Lexus makes a really nice, what is it? Is it an LS500H or an LS600H? I can't remember. That one would be interesting, but I think once you're getting into big cars, like you're talking about big, heavy, beefy cars with massive V8s, I think the hybrid is just kind of pointless at that point. But if I had to go out and pick today like one car, not a truck, but a car. If I had to pick a car, it would be a hybrid car. Not an electric car, not a gas car, because you get the best of everything out of a hybrid, guys. You don't have to stop and charge. You just put gas in it. You get 50, 60 miles a gallon on the regular. It's the perfect solution if you're on the fence between gasoline and electric. I swear by hybrids. I absolutely love them. This is one. I've always wanted one of these stupid little cars, and I think I'm going to put it on the list. Hail damage or not, I don't care. All those codes, I don't know, man. There's a lot going on there. That's definitely concerning. But overall, I like this car, guys. And the important window works. So consider it sold. Well, don't consider it sold. It's going to go on my watch list, and we'll see what happens. Good tires. Overall, pretty nice condition for a 100,000-mile old Toyota. Now, before I get any further into today's video, I got to give a big shout out and thank you to today's video sponsor, Exter. You ever heard of them? If not, you should probably check them out, guys. Yeah, it's a wallet, but it's not just a wallet. It is a classy wallet. It's all recycled aluminum. There is no plastic in this at all. The trigger, instead of being plastic, is now made of metal. And my favorite part of the wallet, there's two things I love most. One is being able to just push that trigger and eject the card. It's like boom, boom, got card. People love it when you're at the cash register, you're paying for stuff. They see you push that button and people are like, what kind of wallet is that? And I got to turn them on to it, man. The second thing is I got a little card back here, guys, that I can push out. This right here, you know what this is? GPS tracker. It's optional, but this is a GPS tracker that you can use on your iPhone to find your wallet. If you leave your wallet somewhere behind, it will notify you on your iPhone and say, hey, you left your wallet behind. If you can't find your wallet, you can track it using the Find My app on iPhone, on iOS. If you can't find it, it has a sound and a speaker, so you can actually hear it from up to 300 feet away from your iPhone. It will play a beeping noise to help you locate your wallet. I want to show you how that works right now. Guys, you can literally zoom in. Look, bingo, there's my wallet at AAR Auto Sales. All right, but let's say we're walking around and we're like, where is that dang wallet? I know I left it in here somewhere. Push this button, give it a second. You hear that? Wait a minute. Are you serious? And to turn it off, you just tell it to stop playing the sound. Hey, never lose your wallet again with the new Exter Card Holder Pro and their tracker card. One little tiny wallet with a tracker installed here. Guys, can hold 1 to 14 cards. Plus, your money slides in easily under this band right here. How nice and classy is this? I love it, guys. And that little tiny card, this little GPS module thing is called the Finder card. That's it. You can charge it up right here. It's got a little charger. You charge up, it can last you for up to 6 months. So if you're interested in getting one of these for yourself, I highly recommend getting the little tracker because I lose things all the time. I don't have to ask my fiance anymore where I put my wallet. I can push a button, makes me look a whole lot smarter. Get yourself one, guys. They're having a Christmas special right now. You guys can get up to 55% off if you use the code Auction Rebuilds. I will put a link directly below the video along with the code for you to use at checkout. Thank you again to Exter for sending us this amazing little wallet. So it looks like some things have changed around here. I haven't been here in about a month. This is my first time being back here in forever. But all of this is where the truck used to be. The trucks used to be. I got all my truck content over here, and now it's mostly SUVs and cars. There's a few trucks scattered throughout there, but this is different. And I also noticed when I pulled into the yard today, they had the majority of their parking lot was cram-packed full of cars. That's unusual. Not like customer cars. I'm talking about like these kinds of cars, salvage cars. Yeah, cram-packed, guys, full of cars. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if maybe they're getting an influx of the flood cars from the hurricanes coming this way. We'll definitely see if there's any of them out here. But this is interesting because the trucks have mostly disappeared and this place is absolutely jam-packed full of cars now. So good for content though. Take a look at this Genesis right here. Hail damage Genesis. What year is this? Newer, right? 2019. It's a little older, not too old though. Hail damaged. What is this, a G70? Yeah, it's a G70 from Genesis of Edmond. It's got the 3.3 turbo. This is the engine you want, guys. Everybody loves the 3.3 turbo. These things are capable of insane power with minimal mods, man. I don't really want this particular car, but I'm willing to take just a quick look at it. 57,000 miles. This is going to go for more money than I'm trying to spend on something right now. It's a nice car. I just, personally, I don't get the value of these newer Genesis, and this one doesn't necessarily count. It's a little bit older. It's got some miles, and obviously it's hail damage. But when you're talking about Genesis as a brand, I can't help but think of Hyundai, because Genesis was always under the Hyundai brand. And now that it's its own luxury brand, and some of these Genesis cars, they go for $100,000 plus, guys. don't get me wrong, they're nice. I actually got to look at one, sit in one. What is it, the G90? It's a nice car. I thought the steering wheel looked a little weird in it. And I'm being told by a lot of people that this is like the Genesis G90. Oh, it's dead as a doornail, of course, is like the Mercedes S-Class killer. You know, that's what people are saying. And let me tell you something, guys. I've owned a lot of S-Classes. My newest S-Class was a W222. All right. And I'm going to be completely honest. I got to sit in and look at a brand spanking new, fresh off the dealer's lot, G90. All right. 6-figure car. And I can compare that to the 222 that I had. I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, all right, which counts for nothing, but in my opinion, S-Class all day. I'll take the older S-Class all day long over spending 6 figures on a Hyundai. And I know there's going to be some people really mad because they probably really love Genesis, and that's fine, man. Everybody's got the brands that they love, right? I don't particularly love Mercedes. Okay, so let me just be very clear about that. Mercedes are horribly unreliable, overpriced. Repairs are insanely expensive. Costs at a dealership, or they'll run you bankrupt. It's one of those cars where if you can't afford a brand new Mercedes, you shouldn't own a used one. You know what I mean? You might as well get a new one that's under warranty, lease it, or finance it, whatever, but make sure it's under warranty so you don't have to worry about anything, and then dump it before the warranty runs out. But then you have that depreciation hit on a new S-Class, right? As soon as you buy it and drive it off the lot, it's nowhere near worth what it was. It's going to be the same thing with a Genesis, guys, with any of these cars. This, in my opinion, if you're really trying to go out and like stunt, in my opinion, you're not doing it in a Genesis. Just go get you a little bit older S-Class. I promise you, an S-Class is going to get way more attention if that's what you're looking for than a Genesis. Oh, I'm out here hurting feelings today. I already know. I'm going to get a lot of feedback for comparing a Genesis to an S-Class, but that's what everybody's doing. They're comparing the Genesis to the S-Class, and I think the Genesis is, today, they make nice cars, really nice, super luxurious cars. They've come a long way. I'm not saying that they're not nice. They are very nice, but 6 figures nice. I wouldn't spend 6 figures on a Mercedes, on an S-Class, a brand new S580. I wouldn't do it, guys. There's no way that I'm going to spend that kind of money on something like that. It's just not going to happen. What is this? RX350, nice. Is this hail? Yep, hail damage. So I'm seeing a lot of hail cars. Maybe that's what all of these are, or maybe most of them. That one's wrecked. So is that one. Yeah, I don't know. This one's hail damage. It's got Pirelli tires. And it doesn't say anything else, just State Farm and hail damage. So I don't know what year this is. Let's take a closer look. It'll tell us right here what the year is. Manufactured by Toyota. I thought this was a Lexus. It's a 2021. It's practically new, guys. It's only like 4 years old. This looks like maybe. Ooh. She started up a little rough there, guys. It was being serviced by Lexus of Oklahoma City. Now this is kind of nice, but let's turn this off. Can someone show me where the freaking buttons are to turn this stuff? There we go, right there. It's right in front of me and I missed it. I love the clocks, man. I do. I think those clocks are just gorgeous. But on a 2021, the tech, right? Come on, guys. Somebody agree with me here. The tech in this is not 2021 tech. This looks like 2015. Okay, not 2015, maybe 2018, 2017. This is old tech. Now, there's some things about the old tech that I like. I love having the physical gauges. I mean, I love digital gauges too, but no problem there. But it's this, your infotainment center. Can you guys even see it? I can barely see it. It's so dim. Now, I love physical buttons, right? It's nice to have a volume control. It's nice to have buttons to push, but all of this in a newer and expensive Lexus, they're not cheap vehicles, guys. You would expect, I think, more up-to-date tech in something like this. But I do have an appreciation for like real gauges, real buttons, and most of all, a real shifter. Come on. Shout out to a real shifter. So while I do love all of these things, and here we go with that silly trackpad again, you know, I don't know about all of that, but, and then your little drive modes. I love the car as it is. The problem that I have with it is this is not 2021, all right? But they were charging 2021 prices for it while giving you all of the old, outdated technology. Now, if this was like a 2017 and it had all of this tech the way it is, I'd be completely happy with it. And I'd be happy paying 2017 prices for it, but I would not, in 2021, have paid 2021 prices for something with tech this old. Never. Well, now that it's salvaged and it's out here, it doesn't matter. You know, the price is tanked on this particular vehicle because it has so much hail damage. So you could buy this at a great discount and own it and not care about the old technology and not care about the incredibly damaged body that this thing is. It is really rough. You need a hatch window. It looks like everything else survived. Hopefully this is something you can get a glass for and not have to replace the entire hatch. You've got a couple broken lights here that'll need to be replaced. It's nothing major, guys. You're gonna be driving around in something, and a windshield. Don't forget a windshield. You're gonna be driving around in something that, you know, honestly looks like an oddly shaped golf ball. So I thought we'd come across the aisle here and just try to put eyes on what all of this stuff is over. Man, I like that Silverado. Wow. Chevy 3500 kind of reminds me of that SEMA one that I had, right? What is this even doing here? Boy, she's slick. Hold up. You guys know I love these big trucks, man. Boy, this thing is larger than life, man. Good God. Non-runner, 194,000 miles on the odometer, 2015. You know she's a 6.6 Dirty Max. Oh yeah, I see why it doesn't run. Yep, right. So somebody's gotten in here and they've played with things. Those look like coaxial, like antenna wires, probably for an alarm. You got an alarm / remote keyless entry system right here, I'm sure is what this is. You got the relay. This will be for starting. Fuses. And fuses look good. This will be the relay for starting it right here. Or, you know what, I probably shouldn't tell y'all how to bypass alarms. It's really easy. It's honestly stupid easy to buy. All of this mess, this looks complicated, right? I mean, you probably look at this, and if you don't understand electronics, you'd look at this and be like, oh my God, that's a rat's nest of a disaster. I would never touch it. Well, I will. In fact, I'm more than happy to put a bid on this. I'm gonna put this on my watch list because all of this, guys, all of this crap doesn't matter. There's only a couple wires in all of this that actually matter to being able to get this thing running. And you know, that relay is a good place to start, but if you move all this out of the way and get this out of the way, up under here under the column, you're gonna find the original harness, and you simply need to reconnect the original wires. That's it. You don't sweat all of this. Just find the original wires that they tapped into, because all this is an interrupt to the original circuit. The wires come out from the ignition and go to a box. All right, and you got to have this special little key for the box to work, and then once that works, it goes back to the factory ignition. No, you just snip all of this out, and you simply reconnect the wires that were taken off from the original harness, and it should work exactly as it did from the factory. It's not that big a deal, guys. I'm gonna pop the hood real quick if I can. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I do this. I guarantee it doesn't crank. I promise you it doesn't crank. I don't know if somebody tried to steal it. I don't know what the deal is with it, but oh, they took the subs out. I was hoping it still had them. It's got the wiring, but they took the subs out, and soaking wet in the top. Very, very common problem on these trucks. Most of the time, it's coming from the third brake light. Fuel wheels, what size are these, man? These are Haida tires. Never heard of them. They're probably just a cheap brand tire. These are 37. Wow, by what? 8? Is that 13.5 by 20? Yeah, she's thick, guys. She's thick. Now if I can get this hood open, make sure that she's even got an engine under there, right? And that it's not taken apart. Come on. Oh my goodness. Does everything look like it's under there? I think so. We could put a jump on it, but I'm not going to, guys. I'm not going to. It looks like everything is under there. I mean, she's a little rough, she's older, she's high miles, you got Fox suspension. Oh, whoa, hold up, wait a minute. What is that? That's a fuel line, right? It's probably got a fast fuel kit on it. Oh yeah, it's missing. It's missing some parts under here, guys. You know, the more I'm looking at this, the more I'm thinking maybe not. Yeah, it's almost like the truck broke so bad that people started taking the parts off of it. In fact, look over here, there's wires literally dangling on the ground under it. Big wires. Huh. Okay, well, now I'm second guessing myself. I was gonna be all about this truck, but I'm starting to think that maybe there's something really, really wrong with it. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get out of here. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Till next time, stay safe out there, everybody. I look forward to seeing y'all again very soon in the next one.